Welcome to YLC, the Young Leaders Comity that promotes and grows youth leadership that ensures the future leaders lead from today by educating and inspiring them to soar higher and higher.
Welcome to YLC, the Young Leaders Comity, the platform that educates, enlightens, inspires, and walks young people into leadership from their youth. Young people, your leadership era has started. Waiting for tomorrow might not be a good idea. We are beginning episode 1/18, and the theme of this episode is beating boardroom politics. Beating boardroom, or you call it board, you know why the difference. Beating boardroom politics. Many months ago, when we began this first series, we discussed warfare. Boardroom politics can really be warfare. Depending on the side of the issue being discussed and where you fall or stand, boardroom politics could be unfriendly and contrary to expectation. That's what gave it the name boardroom politics. Various interests are usually at play in boardrooms. Organizational interests, personal interests, and others. Some interests are placed openly and formally on the table, while others are usually not mentioned but used in determining direction that decisions go. The key decisions of an organization are usually made in boardrooms. As we proceed, you're going to see the significance of boardrooms. In this first session of this episode, we will focus our attention on understanding boards and their roles. We talk about boardrooms, we're talking about board. So we'll see the difference between the two of them. But this time, we're looking at understanding boards, because it's from boards we have boardrooms and their roles. What are boards? What are their roles? How well can they perform their roles? Whose interests are they to promote, protect, or pursue? It will avail us the opportunity to examine certain basic issues before we delve into boardroom politics. In this series, boardroom would be seen beyond the space where management meets regularly and officially. We will look beyond the physical place where boards meet. Most of the time, it will be discussed, that's in this series, as the directors of a company or organization considered collectively and as in a session. We will discuss this more professionally in our formal training session, but we'll give a brief general view of the concept in this video. Boardroom in this episode refers to the topmost leadership of an organization in a meeting. It's the body of those saddled with the responsibility of managing or running an organization. Usually, there could be lower leadership formations that receive the policies made at this level, and then it's their duty to break down these policies to practical, easily implementable decisions to help achieve the organizational goals. It is the task of boards to consider every aspect of the organization and make broad-based policies. They usually make long-term decisions, but tackle certain contingent cases referred to them from below. Organizations differ in structure and in form. Their sizes, level of profit, influence, popularity, and other factors determine their structure and how they decentralize. while some are decentralized by means of specialization. Others decentralized geographically. The various units so created are authorized to have their committees or departmental meetings. All these come under our concept of boardroom. So it's a broad concept. The board refers to a body of leaders who are mandated by law to run an organization. When this board is in a meeting, in a session, and the activities that go on, and in the place where they are mandated by law to meet, then we'll be talking about boardroom and boardroom politics. For better understanding, let's give two types of examples that you can readily relate with. Let's take a university, for example. A university has a council at the head. This is followed by senate and management. Below these are various divisions and faculties, and these ones oversee departments. The terminologies may vary from one university to the other. Let's take a second example. That of an organization like a business conglomerate. They may have their board at the corporate headquarters. Then they may decentralize to continental, country, regional, or whatever the name they may want to use, such other lower structures, where each body derives its power from the board. They are representatives of the board, though they may have different names depending on the particular organization. As we said earlier on, organizations differ, their habits and cultures and terminologies also differ. The lower in the organization's hierarchy the body charged with responsibilities, the narrower the scope of their discussion. The lower in the organization's hierarchy the body charged with responsibilities, the narrower the scope of their discussion. The bodies at the top handle more tasks and may therefore spend longer hours in meetings. The board, which operates at the topmost level of the organization, may have members who are not workers. This is usually not the case down the ladder, except perhaps on invitation. The topmost board is generally more political, while the lower bodies are usually less political. Members at the lower level are usually more technical in competence and more professional in approach. Two crucial things of importance here are the personalities and perceptions of the people who make up these bodies. Remember, we're talking about bodies. We're talking about the board at the top and other bodies, committees or councils or whatever may be the terminology below as they decentralize. Their individual drive and industry will move their respective committees or boards to achieve set organizational goals. Topmost boards have the final authority. Generally, their decisions are not subject to ratification, except they want to revisit their own decision. While this could be interesting, it demands their being thorough, because any mistake can cause the organization a great harm. Now, the lower boards, I put that in quotes, they may be called committees or councils or whatever. The lower boards, preferably body of leaders at the lower levels, usually need to present their decisions for review. Whether they do so or do not depends on a few factors. And among these few factors are the size of the organization, the status and experience of the chairperson and confidence reposed in the chairperson, the location, previous performance, and other things. We will see you and say more about this in the next session. Thank you for watching. This is Young Leaders Comity, a mentoring group for the growth and stability of young leaders and prospective leaders. It promises potentials and opportunities for encountering all classes of young people and turning them around for excellence. Registration has commenced. The earlier you get registered, the brighter your chances. You can use the link on the screen or visit our website www.getdamconsult to register. It's free. We'll be glad to see you at the next session.